This is Phil Bell from FreedomWorks on the Daily Mojo, your morning update. Some of you might remember the TV show Perfect Strangers and Belky Bartakamos, the immigrant from Mypos who used to say,
"Don't be ridiculous,"
to something that was just off the wall. Well, I want to say, don't be ridiculous to the Federal Trade Commission and its antitrust czar, Lena Khan, who is trying to block the merger of two handbag companies. Yes, that's right, two companies that sell luxury handbags.
"Don't be ridiculous."
Not only is she saying that consumers will be harmed by this, but also that hourly workers will somehow be harmed by this. Now, I want you to think about this for a second and why it is so
Ridiculous.
First of all, if two companies want to merge together and make themselves bigger, why should we care? Sure, it might mean prices go up, but if prices go up for a particular product or a service, what that means is somebody else will come into the market and start another company in order to undercut them. Unless, of course, they know that the government is either going to protect them or that the government will make it hard for them to do business. We should not be living in a society where the government gets to dictate what we do with our businesses and how. And let's think about this. If government continues to meddle in business affairs this way, you will see fewer people get into the market because they know they won't be able to make very much money.
Of course not. Don't be ridiculous.
And if they don't, then ask yourself, how will we get jobs that end up paying more if we happen to work in these industries? How will we continue to get products or services that we want? Who will listen to us when we say, well, this should be better or that should be better? The answer is nobody, because there would be relatively few people in any particular market and those companies would dominate. Almost like the government would then create its own monopoly so it gets to control what we do and how we live. Funny how that happens.
Do you have a plan?
Well, of course I do. Don't be ridiculous.
So what we need to do is make sure to stay involved with what the government is doing. And if you hear about these things, the first thing you should do is go to freedomworks.org and join our freedom teams so we can keep you informed about what's going on and when it's time for you to speak up and speak out against the insanity of government growth. And most importantly, if you ever hear anybody going out and saying, oh yes, that is great, I'm glad somebody is standing up to protect consumers in the luxury handbag market, just say,
"Don't be ridiculous,"
and explain to them why they're being wrong. We'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day.
Phil Bell's Morning Update is only on the Daily Mojo.com.